She's sleeping diagonal in the bed, so I can't get in.
No.
Yeah. She's literally diagonal, so I can't get in.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know this beat, it's your girl KylerB coming at you with a new video. Today we're going to be talking about Love Island USA Season 5 Episode 18, and let's get right into the video. Obviously, we left off on Friday night with this whole game. We obviously see the Destiny, Imani, and Jonah situation. You know, Imani tried to pull Jonah for a chat, and Destiny was like, nah, let me finish my chat with Jonah first, and then you can go. And then you can go speak to him. And obviously, it was a little bit awkward. I mean, like I said, again, it's mostly about the principal. It's not really about her and Jonah. It really isn't. It's about the principal. The fact that he was very, quick, fast, in a hurry to try to chat with Imani and not try to, even move respectfully was definitely a turnoff. And, it's basically about him. It's basically, he should have went about it differently. And like I said in my last video, I was like, when she was coupled up Harrison, I don't think Emily moves like Imani, and I don't even think Harrison moved as Jonah, because they were obviously open. Both Harrison and Destiny were obviously open in their couple, but he definitely wasn't moving like that. They were like, oh, communication. She asked him straight up if is it worth breaking up their couple, and he tried to deny it, but obviously he's smooth sailing with Emily now. That's what it is. That's what it's given. But she was talking to Leonardo and KK about the whole situation, and she was just like, she has nothing to say to Imani. She was just only really upset about Jonah, and he was like, obviously she observed in that game and she saw that Jonah and Imani were giving each other kisses, and she was just like, you got your little action from Imani, you're not going to get none from me. And she wasn't even, like she said, she wasn't even giving him any type of kisses or action. So she was like, she's not even fazed because she didn't do anything with Jonah.
Let's be honest, because he should have shut it down. I don't care what couple I've been in, from Marco to Harrison. Anytime I was in a conversation with them and a girl tried to break it up, they said, wait.
Yeah,
I shouldn't have been putting that.
He should have said that.
It's not her, it's him.
So Jonah's telling the guys, him and Destiny weren't talking about nothing, And the thing about it is, I can see where people are like, she doesn't even like him, so why is she acting like that? But at the end of the day, she's still in a couple with Jonah. Jonah could have spoken to her, say something, whatever. He decided to tell the guys what happened with the whole Imani situation. But even after the whole game, he didn't even pull Destiny at all. He did not one time. He did not at all pull Destiny for no chats. Okay? So then there's this whole Keenan and KK situation. Basically, everybody's realizing, there's a bit of a tiff between Keenan and KK in the entire villa. It is what it is. So before everybody goes to bed, Harrison basically tells Emily, let's sleep outside because look at the stars. And I'm like, okay, you want to look at the stars outside? All right. So then Destiny, she's going to sleep, and she sleeps diagonally. So Jonah comes in, and Jonah's like, he walks back outside, and he's telling Emily and Harrison, she's sleeping diagonally. I'm just going to sleep outside. And the thing is that they're both wrong on both of their parts, because if you really want to sleep in the bed, you would have just told her, hey, are you going to move over? What is this about? But he really just been I'm not even going to mess with that. He decided to sleep outside, and basically that's it. So, Destiny said the next day that basically that's what he was supposed to do. He was supposed to come talk to her and basically ask, hey, what's up? Because he's been avoiding her the entire night. He didn't really spoke to her at all. But I do understand the fact that, if we're supposed to share a bed and you sleeping diagonally, what's going on over here? But Jonah, once again, he moving him and Imani married off because he pulled her to the balcony and him and her were kissing. He was like, forget the drama, meaning destiny. Next thing they're in the bathroom and whatnot and doing whatever they doing. Like, they only saw each other one day and that's how they move and that's how they act and that's how they like shaking. Like, what's going on between them? Because what is he doing? So anyway, next thing you know, in the middle of the night, we literally hear Mike's voice basically like, oh, Destiny, like mad loud. They supposed to be sleeping. And he's saying Destiny. So next thing you know, Destiny comes out of the bed. I guess it's pitch black dark. So she feels, top of Mike's head and basically kisses him.
Destiny, I'm over here.
So he all shocked, like, oh my gosh. And she like all giddy, like, and she goes back to her bed and goes to sleep. And then they wake up. Next thing you know, Destiny tells the girl, because she's like, it's always going to get out there. Me and Mike had a kiss last night, da-da-da-da. He saw how, Jonah was treating me, da-da-da-da. Like I said, Destiny doesn't even rate Jonah like that. But I'm just like, at the end of the day, it's the principle. It's the principle. He could have went about it a different way, but from Emily trying to like stick up for him and basically say like, if I saw something like that, I would probably be like, I want my space, I don't want to be talked to if I saw somebody sleeping diagonally. I thought it was funny. I was laughing. I was like, Destiny, why are you doing that? Why are you laying diagonally? But it was funny. Like, it is what it is. If he was real, if he he would have just asked her like scoot over. But he was like, I don't mess with the talks, I don't mess with the drama, so it is what it is. Him and Imani, he pulled Imani, da-da-da-da. Next thing you know, Maura Higgins, she comes into the villa and basically delivers the whole 34 question poll that we did. And the questions that they asked basically were, who's the most boring? Harrison won. Who's out of the league? And they said Marco and Keenan. Keenan took it to heart because KK voted for Marco and Keenan, and he was like, well, we're in a couple with me. You're supposed to have my back, not, vote for me. So he took it to heart. He felt some type of way that KK voted for him, and, she was like, that's what America thought, so I'm voting for what America thought. What America voted for. Even more, we're trying to help KK out, basically say like, tell Keenan like, she's voting for what America thought, but he's like, I don't care. You right here, you're supposed to vote for yourself, like da. And then they said that Emily and Cassie were out of Harrison and Leonardo's league. So they also said that Carmen, was the one who won the Hair for Fame or whatever. And then now they did this poll of who's taking up space in the villa. And the production are very wicked. They only did the girls. And basically every one of these people in the villa voted for Destiny. Almost, I think, except for KK. I think KK didn't vote for Destiny. I'm not sure. But everyone voted for Destiny as the girl who's taking up the most space. And they were like, oh, I don't think your person's here. Even Harrison had to be a pipe up, make like, I don't think your person's here in the villa, da. Like I said, he thinking he's smooth sailing with Emily. He thinking him and Emily on lock. Like, him and her watching the stars at night. Like, okay, moving, like I said, they move in smooth sailing for them. So Destiny was like, America voted for me to go on a date with Mike. It is what it is. Like, I don't think America would vote that I'm taking up space. So it comes to find out, both her and Carmen got voted the most, the girls who were taking up the most space. And that's how it ended. Then Maura basically says, Before we even get to that, I'm like, why they didn't show which guys are taking up the most space? They didn't vote which guys were taking up the most space. Destiny even said, like, why didn't they even ask that question? And then Carmen, she was actually real. She ate that one little thing. She said, a lot of these guys are taking up a lot of space. So she actually ate that. But they did only the girls, and mostly everybody voted for Destiny. And I'm just like, wow. So then Maura Higgins basically said that we voted for our favorite guy and favorite girl, and they're gonna find out tonight. So basically everybody's like shook, somebody's gonna go home tonight, da 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 da. We see Destiny and Mike, they're talking about, that possibility of her going home. Like before Mike came in, she was ready to say deuces. She was ready to go. She was ready to like, let's go. But he came in and, he piqued her interest. She's actually interested. He's interested in her. They shared a kiss on the balcony, da 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 da.
Whether it's our last night together or our first night, I say it's going to be a good one. So.
It's going to be good. We're going to make it good regardless. Yeah. You know what?
Cheers.
We're going to open the hideaway door right now. Let's just break all the rules since one of us might go.
Yeah, since you never know what can happen.
You never know what can happen anyway. We're going home regardless.
We might as well go out with a bang.
And it is what it is. We see Keenan. He talks to KK, talks about his feelings about the whole challenge. He was like, he was annoyed of her, da 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 da. And she tried to explain the whole situation to him. But he was like, I know we're going through something right now, but it is what it is. Then we have Hannah. Hannah was trying to speak to Keenan and say, like, you guys should be closed off. It would have been better if you guys are closed off. But you're moving like you're open and you're moving like this, da 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 da. So he comes to KK after the fact, tells her that, if he's closed off, he's doing himself a disservice. And he's basically want to crack on. He wants to get to know Imani. He then pulls Imani, I think, before he even had that conversation with KK, and basically says, like, I still want to get to know you, da 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 da. Imani's like, I'm not gonna raid around. Like, her and Jonah have been getting to know each other. They shared a kiss on the balcony another night. And Jonah's actually pulling her for chats and actually putting in the work. Keenan, he not doing nothing. He expects the girl to come pull him. And I'm just like, Imani's probably not gonna want to do that because I guess she's okay with KK, and you're not putting any work. I mean, granted, she is the bombshell, so she is actually supposed to be putting in the work. But, Keenan is not, like, showing that much interest as Jonah is. Jonah is actually, like, head over heels to try to get to Imani. So she's actually liking that she doesn't have to really work that hard to get to know Jonah. But with Keenan, he moving his feet very slowly, and, he's in a tricky situation because he's coupled with KK. So it's just like, what are you doing? So he's like, yeah, I'm going to get to know you. And, she's like, I'm going to get to know you too, da 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 da. But at the end of the day, she's not picking Keenan. She's not picking Keenan. She basically told him in his face she's not going to wait around for him. She's moving pretty quickly with Jonah, but she's definitely going to keep the option open with Keenan because she does like him. But at the end of the day, I just feel like her and Jonah is going to be coupled up, and it is what it is. The challenge, Marco called Cassie sloppy seconds. And Leonardo was like, in the confessional was like, that was disrespectful. Like, I know you were trying to, like, back me up or something like that, but you were being mad disrespectful. So when they were getting ready, Marco was like, I think Leonardo is mad at me. And I'm like, of course he's mad at you because you just dissed his girl in front of the whole villa. Like, be for real. Like, be for real, Marco. You dissed his girl, called her sloppy seconds in front of the whole villa, think it was a joke. And I don't think you apologized. I don't know if you apologized or not. And then you think Leonardo going to be buddy-buddy with you right now? Like, no. So they get the text, find out who is least voted. And the thing about it is, because Imani and Mike are new, they're not being voted for, they're not a part of whatever. So it's a 6 girls and 7 guys. So why are you doing bottom 4 girls, bottom 4 guys? Only 2 girls up there thinking that they're the top 2 in the villa. Why are you doing 4 girls, 4 guys for. So they did the top, the least voted 4 girls. Destiny was called first. After hearing Destiny was taking up space in the villa and actually won alongside of Carmen, then we see Jonah extend his hand to try to help her out. Obviously it might be something nice, but I'm like, really? Help her up? So Destiny was called first. She was standing up by her lonesome until they called Emily up. Emily was next. Then it was Carmen. Or before it was Carmen, it was Cassie. And then it was Carmen. So then for the guys, it was Leonardo first, which was like a bit of a shock. Because I'm just like, I'm letting you know the lineup first before I even dive deep into the situations. Leonardo first. Then after Leonardo, it was, Kenzo. Then after Kenzo, it was Harrison. After Harrison, Cassie was like, okay, it's going to be all 4 couples. It's going to be all 4 couples. Next thing you know, Keenan gets called. So that leaves Jonah, Marco, Hannah, and KK alongside of Imani and Mike. So they have to make a decision. So basically it's left in the Islanders' hands to send home a guy and a girl. So I think the guys are going to vote for the girl and the girls are going to vote for the guy to send home. So my thing is that it can go either way. This is basically set up for the girls for Destiny to get sent home. Okay, Destiny is not really in a solid couple. Jonah's over here macking on Imani and thinking everything's sweet. You know what I'm saying? And, all the other couples lipsing each other, all coupled up. The only thing that might keep her safe, right now is that because it was Keenan who was in the bottom instead of Jonah. Because if Jonah was in the bottom, that will signify that they need to send both Jonah and Destiny home. Because Leonardo and Cassie in something good or whatever, Emily and Harrison, they doing what they doing. The Islanders might think and vote like, oh, let's keep them. And then and then who else? Kenzo and Carmen, whatever. Now, my thing is, because Keenan is up there instead of Jonah, obviously KK is going to fight for her man to still be in the villa. And Imani, because Imani is going to, want to, still speak to him, whatever. Now, both Hannah and Marco are not voted for. They're the only couple who are intact, not going to be losing nobody, not going to be feeling sad, not fighting. They don't have to vote for anybody. Most likely, Marco is probably going to root against Destiny. But if Mike really is true, and Mike really is true about wanting to keep Destiny in, Mike is really Destiny's only shot in, to trying to get to know her. Because it's Mike, Jonah, and Marco. And I'm like, Jonah feeling very iffy on Destiny. And Marco, I don't know, he feeling like he's Destiny's op. I keep forgetting Bergie's even there. Like, I'm forgetting Bergie even there, but Bergie might keep Destiny safe too, because they actually have a good friendship. So Mike and Bergie might be Destiny's only hope in staying in that villa if we've been keeping the buck, because we got Op Marco, and then Jonah he not even really feeling on Destiny right now. So that's the only way. And since all of them voted for her taking up space, I don't know. Now, for the guys, I think Kenzo is going to be the odd man out, and he's going to get sent home. So that little scam that Carmen and Kenzo is going to do, I think Kenzo getting sent home. Unless they want to send Harrison home. I don't know. They called him boring, and he didn't win the most boring. Harrison did. But unless they want to send Harrison home, they're definitely going to keep Keenan. They're definitely going to keep Leonardo. You know, so yeah, they're gonna keep Keenan, they're gonna keep Leonardo. So it's really down to Harrison and Kenzo. So most likely Kenzo's going home, and for the girls, it's between Carmen and Destiny if we keep it in the Bucks. So I feel like if they thinking smart, they might just vote out Carmen and Kenzo as a couple to go home together. So they got trying to run a scam. They can't run a scam in the villa. They gotta take that outside. If we're keeping it real. But I mean, to be honest, it looks like they want to send Destiny home. But the only saving grace right here is Bergie and Mike trying to root for Destiny to stay. And I guess since it's not Jonah up there for the guys and it's Kenzo, they're going to be like, the girls are most likely going to send Kenzo home. So that means we should try to send Carmen home. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because besides Destiny, Carmen had her chances. She, she did Bergie dirty. She was with Victor. And then now Kenzo comes in and now she's all fast burner. I'm just like, you want to speak on Destiny, but at the end of the day, Destiny didn't really have a hand in her breakups. The only time she really kind of didn't really try was with Jonah, and even then, that man quick, fast, and hurry with my mommy. So, was it for the best that she didn't even try? Probably. So, they obviously left off a cliffhanger. We don't know who's going home, but hopefully it's not Destiny, because if they send Destiny home, like, they are doing a disservice to the viewers. Because why? Why are you sending Destiny home? Granted, how she be moving might be given side eye, but I mean, I feel like for her is like a principle thing. I do not want to see Destiny getting the boot. I just don't want to see her getting the boot. Hopefully I don't see her getting the boot tomorrow. But anyway, guys, like, who's voting for Marco? Who's voting for Hannah? But I guess because they're the only stable couple in there, I guess people want to vote for the stable couple. But, like, who's voting for Marco and Hannah? Like, be for real. At the end of the day, this is episode 18. And if you guys like the video, comment down below me your thoughts, comments, concerns, and subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Peace.